Good morning, class.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Let's start our day with an opening prayer. Pamel, can you please lead the prayer? Thank you so much, Pamel, for leading the prayer. How are you guys doing?
We're
We're doing
fine,
fine
ma'am.
We're
po.
doing good.
That's great to know. So, class, our lesson for today is persuasive purposes. So, I have a question. What comes in your mind when you hear the word persuasive? Yes, Angelica?
Persuading.
It's it's when you persuade someone or when you convince someone
Thank
to
you. What
believe
about?
into something.
Thank you so much, Angelica, for that answer. What about you, Alexa? What comes in your mind when you hear the word persuasive?
It's convincing, ma'am.
Thank you. And Andrew, what do you think is the purpose of persuading?
To inspire someone.
Thank you so much for that. So let's watch sample video of persuasive speech. Let me share my screen. Just give me one moment, class, okay? Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's watch this together.
I'm traveling, going to schools. They talking about bullying. I'm like, we still bullying? In 2018, where all this going on in the world, we still picking on people smaller than us or people that's different than us, people that we don't think gonna speak up for themselves. That's really what a bully is. You know what I think about when I think about bullies? This something came to me a few months ago. I use this often. I think about like a terrorist group like ISIS. I ain't never seen ISIS, the terrorist group, show up at a U.S. naval base. I ain't never seen them show up at like the Air Force or show up at an Army base trying to pick a fight. I ain't never seen that. Like whenever I see ISIS or a terrorist group, they like in a little shopping mall. You got a little coward that jump in the van that's gonna drive and kill it as many people as he can with his van. You don't never see nobody like pick on a fight with somebody that can like hold their own. That's a problem. So when I come to schools and I'm at schools and I'm seeing a big guy pick on a little guy or a girl that's really, really popular with all her friends and she's talking bad about a girl that might not look like her, that she might not feel as cool as her. When I see that, I get frustrated because I'm like, you acting like a terrorist. Like that's a problem that you would do. And guess what? You just really showing the world you insecure. Because everybody know that bullies is insecure. Like, why would you have to make somebody feel bad just so you feel better? That's sick. Like, why would you have to talk about somebody or get a few laughs and now you feel good at the expense of somebody else's pain? And what you don't know is that that person you're talking about that's hurting, that might not be as popular or as pretty or as successful as you, whatever, like, whatever you have made up in your mind that you think you are.
So guys, the title of that video is How to Stop Bullying. So what do you think the persuasive speech all about as per what you have heard or what you have watched?
Ma'am.
What do you think persuasive speech all about?
Uh,
It's all about
Go on.
inspiring someone because the character there, I mean the speaker there talks about bullying and he
Mhm.
wants to uplift and empower the um, mindset of other people to stop degrading or discriminating other people that is weaker or not the same as what the society needs.
Exactly. Thank you so much for that answer, Andrew. Have you ever convinced on what the speaker says? Alexa.
Um, yes, ma'am. Actually, before I haven't experienced any bullying incidents yet, but
Oh,
um, as I've watched the video or as I've heard the speaker, I am convinced that bullying is not and will never be an excuse for us to do it or will never be good to other people.
yes, absolutely. And what do you think is the importance of persuasive speech or persuasive writing now, especially nowadays, Angelica?
Just like what Andrew said earlier, I think it's about inspiring someone and motivating someone, and it's about inspiring someone to feel better about many things.
Thank you so much for that. Let's now move on to our discussion. Alexa, can you please read this?
Okay, so persuasion may simply use an argument to persuade the readers, or sometimes may persuade readers to perform a certain action. Simply, it is an art of effective speaking and writing in which writers make their opinions believable to the audience through logic, by invoking emotions, and by proving their credibility.
Thank you. So, persuasion is a literary technique that writers use to present their ideas through reason and logic in order to influence the audience or the readers. So, next, there are three basic types of persuasion. Those are ethos, logos, and pathos. And ethos, it is a link with morality and ethics. So with this one, in this method, writers or speakers convince their audience through their goodwill and present themselves as trustworthy. And the next one is logos. Logos comes of logic. In this one, writers or speakers use logic, reasoning, and rationality to convince audience of their perspectives. And then the last one, the pathos, which invokes and appeals to the emotions of the audience. So, pathos is contrary to logos, as it presents arguments without using logic or reasoning. And in pathos, many writers or speakers consider love, fear, it's more an emotion to influence the audience or the readers. So those are the three types or three basic types of persuasion. So persuasion is the most common literary technique. We not only find it in literature but also in political speeches, conferences, courtrooms, and advertisements. So through persuasion, writers or speakers expresses their own feelings and opinions by appealing the audience rationally and emotionally. Also, it is very effective way to win over audience or the readers. Andrew, can you please read?
It helps students to unearth certain reasons in favor of their points of view and gives them a chance to research facts linked to their views while developing an understanding of how writing can change and influence their thoughts and actions. Students can understand the nature of persuasive work.
Thank you so much. What about this one, Angelica?
Persuasive purpose. The persuasive purpose is usually the primary purpose in a piece of writing. The author may supplement the persuasive purpose with any of the other purposes, but when combined with other purposes, the persuasive purpose rises to the top, and the attempt to convince the reader overrides all other goals in the writing.
Thank you. So basically, the purpose of persuasive is used to convince the reader that the opinion or claim of the writer or speaker is valid or correct. So these are the kinds of persuasive. So it is TV commercials or print ads, newspaper editorials, personal opinion or thought pieces, political speeches and literature, songs and poems, love letters. So those are the kinds of persuasive writing that we've encountered in our life. So let's have a quick review. In your own opinion, guys, what do you think is the main purpose of persuasive writing or speech with regards to the discussion that we have discussed?
To convince.
What else? What do you
To
think?
persuade someone to believe in what you are saying.
Yes, absolutely. Like, for example, in the TV commercials, when they are persuading the viewers to buy the different kinds of products that they are selling, they do sampling, just to persuade the viewers. Have you ever tried to write a persuasive have you ever write uh, have you ever tried to write a persuasive letter, something like that? Or have you ever tried to speech in front?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you share your experience, Alexa? What is the speech all about, or the writing that you have made all about?
Actually, when we were in grade 11,
Mm-hmm.
we have, I believe it's oral communication, the subject of oral communication, and all of us are tasked to perform a persuasive speech. So what I did is I presented the reasons why studying or schooling is important, and yeah, I u- I used logical reasoning
Mm.
for my speech.
Thank you. What about you, Angelica? Have you experienced writing, persuasive writing, or
Uh,
persuasive speech?
there was a time when I wrote a script for a commercial for a school project, and yeah, I it's about how to persuade the customers to buy our product.
Thank you so much for that. What about you, Andrew? Have you experienced?
Yes, I have experienced a lot of
Can you share
writing,
one?
especially it was way back in first year college in a Filipino contest wherein I was able to um deliver a speech about a certain language, the importance of preserving language.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Do you have any questions, guys, with our topic?
None so far.
Thank you so much. So I will be posting this quiz and assignment in our Google Classroom by after our meeting. So I will be posting this. Can we have a
Okay
selfie,
po.
guys, for our attendance? Angelica, can you ano?
Yeah.
Screen chat.
Yeah.
Chat.
Angelica, can you screen capture?
Yes, ma'am. One, two.
Thank you, Angelica.
Okay.
Thank you
Great.
so much, guys, for today. And again, I will be posting our quiz and assignment in our Google Classroom, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Goodbye, class. Thank you.
Goodbye, mom, and thank you.